come on, come on, come on. No, no, I didn't move that way. How many of you have had a situation like this happen to you? You're playing your Nintendo Switch, and all of a sudden, your Joy-Con drifts. And there's nothing you can do to stop yourself from losing that life. It's just enough of a move to cost you. Well, my friends, I may just have a solution for you. Check out my review of the C25 Vivefox Joy-Con controls coming up next on MumblesVideos. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Mumbles. In today's episode of Mumbles, I'm reviewing this. This, my friends, is the C25 Joy-Con controller from Vivefox. This is for the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch Lite. It is a Joy-Con controller. But this actually pulls apart to have your individual Joy-Con controllers, one for the left and one for the right. But guys, this is also cool because it can actually fit on your Nintendo Switch just like the normal Joy-Con controller, as you can see here. Now guys, we're going to talk about all the features that these Joy-Con controls have. Before we go any further, guys, I do have to say thank you so much, Vivefox, for sending me this product to review. It's been awesome working with you, and I really appreciate the support. Now, we are going to jump into the review of these Joy-Cons, but before I do, guys, please, 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 subscribe to MumblesVideos! And thank you guys all so much for the support. So guys, now that we got all that out of the way, we are going to talk about the features of these C25 Joy-Con controllers from Vivefox. Guys, Vivefox has created themselves a nice little Joy-Con controller here. It has basically all the same features as the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controls that come from Nintendo. It can be used in controller mode. It can be used in handheld mode on the side of the Switch. It can be used on side control, meaning you can have two controllers and use them as one controller each. You could do all the things that come with the Nintendo Switch. They have vibration and they have motion controls built into it. These controllers also have all the buttons that a normal Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controller has. It has every button that the Nintendo Switch controller has and then some. It does have some extra buttons that I'm going to talk about in a minute. Charging wise, guys, you can charge these controllers two ways. You can plug them into the side of your Nintendo Switch and charge them that way, or you can charge them using the provided USB wire and attach them to a USB adapter to charge them that way, or into the front of your Nintendo Switch should you choose to charge them that way. Now, extra feature wise, this thing also does have a macro button and a turbo button for each controller Joy-Con. So each controller Joy-Con has a little turbo button and a little macro button on it. What are these buttons for? Turbo button is for basically enabling it so that you can use more than one button press on a button. So if you enable it on the A button and you hit your A button, it's like rapid fire. So you can get a bunch of hits in on your A button by only pressing it once. Macro button wise, let's say you need a button combination in a fighting game. You need to use YAB, YABX. You can actually input that on the macro and have it, when you hit that macro button, have it actually play out that sequence for you. So you don't have to put in all those button presses. These are two features and they one each on each Joy-Con control. Now guys, there is one little con for this Joy-Con controller that I have found. And that only con is actually described by Vivefox themselves. It doesn't have amiibo. So you can't put the amiibo on top of the control and have it actually read the amiibo. It just doesn't do that. So, small con, I don't really care about it. I don't use amiibos, so I don't care. All I care about is having a functioning controller that works. So guys, now it's up to talk about is what I'm going to give this controller on today's Mumbles View. Guys, for a long, long time, I have looked for a controller that was ergonomic. Forget about the drift, forget about anything. My hands hurt when I used the regular Switch control in handheld mode. I couldn't lay in my bed and go like this. I just couldn't do it. My hands would hurt after about 15 minutes. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta put it down. I can't play it anymore. Guys, I finally found a control that doesn't do that to me. It doesn't hurt when I hold these because it has these nice ergonomic bumps that I can actually hold on to. Don't have to have my hands stretched out like this. I can have my hands gripping something and not gripping it so hard because I can just hold it with the palms of my hands. But guys, beyond that, put that aside. The other thing that is great about these Joy-Con controls is the actual feel and the actual usage. Control-wise, guys, they have no drift. No drift whatsoever. I know if you're a Nintendo Switch user, you know what I'm talking about with the drift. So many times in Mario or other games, you'll be sitting in an area. If you take your hand off the controller, boop, Mario's gone. Boop, Peach is gone. Boop, Luigi's gone. Off the screen, death, life. Oh my gosh, I gotta get all the way back there. You don't have to worry about that with these controls. They work fantastic. They have no drift. I was very, very excited to get these in my hands, and I was even more excited to use them. They work so good. I love them in whether it be in controller mode, handheld mode. The only thing that I will say is if you're using them in side control, it is a little awkward to have this little bump here. Not a huge deal. I don't ever use it in side control, so I don't have to worry about that. But guys, I can only say good things about this Vivefox Nintendo Switch controller. Guys, on today's Mumbles review, the Vivefox C25 Joy-Con controller gets a 5 out of 5 on today's Mumbles review. Thank you again so much, Vivefox, for sending me this product to review. You guys are awesome, and I love your product. Thank you so much. Anyways, guys, this has been my review of the Vivefox C25 controller. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, smack all those buttons. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.